The Miss Supranational 2024 preliminary evening gown, aka the elegance round competition, started off with Albania. Albania's shoulders were sort of slumped forward, but I did love her dress that she was wearing. Argentina had a stunning dress on, but I wish she wasn't so uncomfortable. It just seemed like she was very uncomfortable on stage. Aruba was not my favorite with the dress, but she did have a good performance in my opinion. Australia was gorgeous. The shoulder thing, unfortunately, was just a bit too much for me. For Bangladesh, the cape could have been attached better. It seemed like it was attached pretty badly, but she did look a bit like an angel, which I enjoyed. Then we had Belgium. Belgium was really stunning. I actually loved Belgium. Belgium has been such a surprise to me, even when it came to the swimsuit competition. She was really, really, really good. She also impressed me during the opening ceremony, so Belgium might be up there, guys. Then we have Bolivia. Bolivia was not very interesting. The neck thing, unfortunately, takes away from this dress for me instead of adding to it. Botswana was not my favorite. It looked like an old bridal gown from the 70s or something. Brazil was incredible. Okay, she started off looking so chic. I thought it was sort of a black dress, but then she did a reveal and it was so unexpected and so good. Brazil was everything to me. Canada, she just doesn't have enough confidence, I think, to pull off a red, striking, over-the-top dress like this. So from Group 1, my favorites ended up being Brazil. Then we had the Cayman Islands. Not enough of a performance for me. I feel like the simple gown warrants a great performance. Because if you're wearing a very striking gown, sometimes it can distract a bit from a bad performance. But a simple gown like this, you need to be 10 out of 10 on technicality. Then we had Chile. She had visible underwear. Need I say more? And also, this is me pretending my winter blanket is a cape whilst I'm waiting for the kettle to start boiling in the kitchen, pretending I'm doing swim on some sort of stage, okay? Then we had Colombia. Colombia, surprise, surprise, is wearing silver, which, do they know other colors exist? We just need to make sure. Somebody needs to check in on Colombia and make sure they know that they're allowed to wear something other than silver. Then we had Costa Rica. The side cape actually cheapened the gown, in my opinion. For Cote d'Ivoire, it's basically a mini dress with see-through fabric covering it. Let's be for real. Then we have Croatia. This actually suits her. The red lips are a no, but what she's wearing actually does suit her. Then we have Cuba, stunning gown, but honestly, where is the confidence? Where is the confidence for Cuba? Then we have Curacao, love this gown. I wish the mesh matched her skin. Her hands were awkward the whole time also. I wanted better for Curacao, but I did like this gown a lot. Then we had the Czech Republic, so beautiful, such an angel. The Czech Republic really, really did stun. Then we had Denmark. The poofy bit at the back is slightly distracting, but she is gorgeous. So from Group 2, my favorite definitely ended up being the Czech Republic. Then we had the Dominican Republic, very simple gown. It really does suit her though. Then we had Ecuador. I liked the gown. Her head movements were very jarring though. She moved her head very quick and then stopped like a little birdie or something, if you guys know what I mean. Then we had El Salvador. The mesh was definitely too dark, but I did love the dress. For Finland, there was no visible mesh. Hallelujah. So I actually did like Finland's gown and what she had going on. Then we had Germany. I loved this pop art looking dress and her performance was good as well. Then we had Gibraltar. How can I say this? I'm gonna say it bluntly. She can't perform. It doesn't feel like she practiced. Her walk and movements are very clunky. Gibraltar, I don't feel like she performed well, and I don't feel like she practiced either. Then we had Ghana. Ghana, the red chest mesh really takes away from this gown. It really does. Then we had Guatemala. We all know what this is referring to. And it fell flat on me because we all know exactly what this is supposed to be. Then we had Haiti. The gown doesn't suit her. It just doesn't suit her. It's the color, I think. The color it's not for her. Honduras, the straps really cheapen this dress, but it already has committed the vile sin of being a black dress on a black stage floor, you know. So the straps really aren't to blame for me not liking this dress. So from group 3, my favorite, Germany, I feel like. I love the Papa dress. I love Germany. Then we had Hong Kong. Hong Kong walked at absolute glacial pace. She had red lipstick with a pink gown. Just no. Then we had Iceland. She looked and is stunning, but I refuse for anyone to bring high-low dresses back. It's not 2013. We can't be doing high-low dresses. Thank you very much. Then we had India. Guys, how stunning. How stunning. She really, really performed. I love India. Then we had Indonesia. It could have had a train instead of being open in the back. I don't like the effect of it being open in the back. It just makes it feel less formal. Then we had Italy. The turtleneck looks so uncomfortable and suffocating, unfortunately. Japan, it was giving like little flowers. Like, what are those flowers that bloom in Japan? The pink ones. I actually really liked what Japan had going on. Then we had Laos, very risque. I would even border on too risque. Look, I'm not a particularly moral person. I do not mind a bit of skin showing, but this, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's appropriate for the elegance round, you know. Then we had Malta. Malta, I wonder, was that metallic bit of belt really necessary? Because I feel like without that, this look would have been even better than what it was. Again, with Malaysia, the dress being open in the back sort of ruins it for me. With Mexico, her walk is so stiff and uncomfortable, unfortunately. So from group 4, obviously my favorite ended up being India, who was incredible. Myanmar was straight up giving dragon. I don't know if it's just because I was watching House of the Dragon last night. It was giving dragon, but the flow of her performance was somehow a bit off for me. Then we had Nepal, very simple. I actually really liked her hairpiece that she had. For the Netherlands, the color suits her, but there is visible mesh. And she was doing a bit too much with the cape, in my opinion. But I love this color in combination with her hair. For New Zealand, we've seen this gown a million times. In some sort of variation, we have seen this gown. So it doesn't leave much of a lasting impression. For Nicaragua, lovely gown, but you can tell she is not a seasoned performer. For Nigeria, oh my goodness, guys, it was giving Phoenix. The mesh mostly matches her skin, which I like as well. Then we had Pakistan. I like the gloves. Pakistan's look, you know what, I'm not mad at it. I thought it was good overall. Her performance wasn't too atrocious as to distract from the amazing look that she had put together. Panama was beautiful, but it was a beautiful look ruined by a bad performance. She was very awkward on that stage. Paraguay, this woman needs to stay away from black. She was wearing black, I think, at the opening ceremony as well, and it doesn't suit her. It makes her look like some sort of Victorian ghost. Then we had Peru. Peru was gorgeous. This look really, really brings out her eyes. So for group 5, my favorite ended up being Peru. Then we had the Philippines. Oh my goodness, it is all fringe. I wanted her to do a turn so bad. Her performance wasn't grand enough for this dress. I feel like she could have done the most incredible turn. She could have been performing her heart out. I feel like somehow Philippines was very reserved on stage during her gown performance, but the gown was everything. Then we had Portugal, the purple lipstick. Why? Explain to me in an 2,500 word essay. Why the purple lipstick? For Puerto Rico, the addition of the feather cape thing, I feel like was a mistake for her. Poland came out in what literally could be a modern wedding dress. This, I couldn't see anything other than wedding dress when Poland came out in this. Then we had Romania. This dress suits her so beautifully. Sierra Leone, I figured out what was wrong on this dress. The golden mesh on the chest makes it too gold overall. And I also wish her shoes had matched her skin. For Slovakia, you know what? I loved Slovakia as a person because she's so striking and gorgeous. But honestly, I wasn't obsessed with her in gown. It looks like some kind of bride. It just wasn't for me. South Africa, guys. South Africa. Okay, I'm not just saying this because this is my birth country. This was stunning. She was stunning. When the camera pans up from her feet to her face, every time it reaches her face, I sort of gasp because of how gorgeous this woman is. It was straight up giving mermaid. It was such a uniquely designed gown. But I do have a question. Do you guys think it was too big? Because look at the back, how it's folding a bit. I do feel like Bruenner has lost weight. Since she competed at Miss South Africa this time last year, she has lost a bit of weight. So I do feel like this dress might be a little bit too big. Well, obviously because of the way it's sitting, but it was gorgeous. It was stunning. I was choked up when the camera panned up to her face because, oh guys, our girl is so beautiful. Then we had Spain, not very standout, very visible zipper lining when she turned around. And that's the end of Group 6. And obviously from Group 6, guys, my favorite was most certainly my birth country, South Africa, who literally stunned me. Then we had Thailand. Thailand's mesh on her dress perfectly matches her skin. When I saw that, guys, I was close to tears. You guys know visible mesh is my biggest pet peeve, and her performance was amazing as well. Then we had Trinidad and Tobago. She unfortunately had very bended knees. She had an alright gown, but an unimpressive performance. Ukraine fell flat for me. You know, I feel like Barbie season is over and not a lot of girls were wearing pink, thankfully. For the UK, oh guys, I thought it was stunning. Her underskirt was slightly visible, but her performance was so good. The dress is so beautiful. UK was stunning for me. She's just everything. Then we had the US, not bad for a black gown, if I'm being honest, on a black floor, because I feel like this woman particularly carried it so well. Uruguay, the distracting strip of dark mesh at the waist, I don't even know what that was. It was so distracting, I didn't like it. Then we had the US Virgin Islands, and she came out in a very Barbie look, but you know what? She actually looks cute in this color. I wish her shoes had matched her skin to make her legs a little bit longer, but she looked cute. Then we had Venezuela, stunning. Giving warm ocean, makes me want to go on holiday. I loved Venezuela as well. And then lastly there was Vietnam, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a fan of the raggedy mob wife looking feather coat boa thing that she had. It just didn't work for me at all. And so for Group 7, choosing my favorite was difficult because it was definitely between Thailand and Venezuela, and I decided that it was in fact Thailand, but only slightly above Venezuela. So yes, guys, that was the evening gown competition, or the elegance round at the Miss Supranational 2024 preliminary evaluation. Let me know what you guys think. I was so obsessed with my birth country, and you guys know I tried to be impartial, but you have to admit Brioni is everything this year. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!